Hi, this is week 4 of our August kit, the diamond shape, and this one shouldn't be too difficult. It's the shape prompt diamond. Draw a stamp or find diamonds to use. Find objects around your house that you could use to that you could use to make diamonds. So I love diamonds. I think there are a lot of different ways you can do it. You could do one. You could do like the Harlequin pattern, which has a bunch of them. You could put them on their side, you could angle them. There's a lot of things you can do, and they help really to either accentuate your focal point or give you leading lines, and they're very visually interesting, to me at least. So I thought, why not use them? So one thing you could do, I'm not actually going to do it. I thought I was, but I came up with an idea for my page here, but there are actually diamonds in your stencil this month. So if you're stuck, you don't have an idea, or you just really like these and you want to use them, you could use these diamonds in your stencil, and you could draw them, you could, ink into them or paint or whatever. So lots of ways you could use that if you want to. I'm choosing to use this page that was started from, this is way back when, and it was stamped with, this is a feather. This is a foam feather stamp I remember using a long time ago. It kind of looks like diamonds, but actually I decided that I do really like this background, or parts of it. I don't like parts of it, like this red down here is not my favorite. But so when that happens, when I find a page that has a background started and I'm just kind of lukewarm about it, sometimes I will pick the parts I like about it and focus on that and cover up the rest, and then that really just makes it shine. So that's what I'm going to do with this one today. Okay, so I really like some of the stuff that's happening kind of in this area. I do like this green here. I like this pink underneath. There's interesting things going on, but I'm going to end up covering some of the stuff I don't really like that much. And I'm just going to keep it really simple, and I'm going to make a diamond, and then I'm going to cover up around it, and then we'll make that our focal point. So I'm just going to do one big diamond. That's my choice for today. Okay, so actually I'm going to kind of, I kind of like the shape of this diamond, how it, sometimes like have straight line, whatever, but this one kind of like goes in a little bit, has a little bit of a curve in it. I like that shape, but I need it to be a lot bigger. So I'm kind of going to mimic that as best I can with my hand. And I might not even want it to be this big. So I also, freehanding like this. You're not going to get a perfect diamond either. That's fine. That's fine. It's just your journal. We're just playing. So I like that. I like what's showing here. Now that I've done this, I wonder if I would like a couple smaller ones. Let's see. And if I draw this and I'm like, nope, I don't like it, I can just cover it up. So I think it's good to just play, and see what's going to work for you. And then you can always cover up what you don't like. So drawing a slightly smaller diamond, I think I like that. And maybe like part of one over here. I want the points to happen in certain places. So let's see if I can make that work. So just really quick, simple drawing. Make it go off the page a little bit. That's pretty cool. I like threes. I don't want anything down here. I want to cover that up. So I think I'm happy with this. It shows enough of the background that I do like. So let's just go with that. Now remember, if you have your, I don't know what to call this, stamping plate, I guess, that you got in your kit this month, and you're working in a space where you can't put paint, on your surface, you can use this as a palette, as a paint palette. I use it as a paint palette all the time, or an ink palette or whatever, often. I don't need to today, but I just wanted to offer that to you in case you forgot, or, you're in a place where you can't just throw paint on your table. So I've just got some black craft paint, and I think the black is really going to make these brighter colors stand out a lot better. And then I'm just going to grab a paintbrush and I'm going to paint around it. So we've done this before. Let's see, we did the words a long time ago, where we made the mosaic, right? And tore up paper from a magazine and made a word, and then painted black or white, or whatever color you wanted actually, all around it. This is just a really nice way to bring focus and to subdue a really busy background. So, you know, this is just one of those things, one of those tools I have in my bag where when I come across a background, I'm like, ooh, this is just not working for me. What can I do to bring this page back to life and to make it something that I really like and am proud of? And this works pretty much every time. So I don't always do this, but sometimes it just feels right. All right, so I'm just going around, and I like this black craft paint. You could use gesso for sure, black gesso or white. Again, it doesn't have to be black even. I've done it with like turquoise, you know, covering up everything. Depending on the color that you use, you might be able to see some of that background still. You know, it might just mute it a little bit, which could be really cool. Maybe you don't want that background to be completely gone. You just want it to be less, you know, less prominent. Sorry, I just got a weird paint booger in there. Okay. You know, then that might be the right choice. Maybe you just want to tone it down a bit and you don't want to get rid of the background fully. Then pick a color. Pick a color that maybe has a little bit of translucency. That could work really well. And sometimes we do that with white, right? When I've got kind of a busy background, but I want to keep the background, and then I want to, you know, have just the focal point, you know, have a little bit more prominence and focus. Remember, sometimes we take a dry brush and we do that white wash of gesso behind it to kind of give it that glow. That's the same thing. But here today, I just really want black. I think black is going to look nice. And this paint must be old or something because it's got weird clumps of dry paint in it for some reason. It's fine. It's still working, so don't care. Okay, so see how already it's making this part really stand out. Really, really fun. Okay. We're getting there. I think I've got too much paint here. That's okay. This craft paint is really nice, though. It's covering in one coat, which is not always the case. I'm curious to know what you guys think about the spiral binding. Do you like the spiral binding? Do you wish you had something different? You know, like a glue binding? What do you think about it? Spiral binding in your art journal, specifically. I'm curious. Okay. I'm good. I think I've covered everything. I'm just going to go back over one more time, make sure I didn't miss any parts. Really just want nice black everywhere. Definitely have too much paint on my palette. That's okay. All right, we're good. So now this has to dry. I'm going to clean up this space a little bit. It's good. Okay, so now while this is drying, I'm going to think about what do I want to do, right? I think I do want a word. If I can fit it in here, I think I want a word. So let me see if it'll fit. This is one of the things I like about having this alphabet, like each individual letter like this. Now, I want to do free, so I need two. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's already up there. I need two of the same letter, so I'm just going to put another letter kind of as a placeholder so I can see how this is going to work. and I just thought it would be nice to have the word free here because I'm going to use a butterfly stamp set as my focal point to put right here. So won't that be nice? And then free can be behind it. So that is nice. Okay, let me put the V back. I like this the way it is. Bringing out my stamp plate. Okay, so I'll do the FRE and then I'll just do the last E by itself. I've got Majestic Violet archival ink. So you've got ink in your kit. You can use that. You can use any ink that you like. This is so pretty. I love this color. Oh yeah, that stands out nicely too. Alright, so put these other letters back. I just need the E again. So I'm going to move it over just to make sure we have enough space before that that spiral binding. It kind of gets in the way sometimes. All right, that's so pretty. I think this time I do want to fill that in. Okay, so I have, this is just a sparkle pen. It's got like a watercolor ink in it with some sparkle. It's from Spectrum Noir and it's called Orchid, but really you could use a marker, you could use anything to fill this in. I just think that it would look really nice. I want this word to be nice and bold. Sometimes I leave just the outline of the letters. Another reason I really like this stamp set, this alphabet set, and chose it for this kit was because you have that flexibility. It doesn't have to be filled in. You know, it's not a solid, so you can let it just be the the outline of the letter, or you can fill it in on your own and make it however you want. You know, I could even, you could use marker, or if you have like watercolor paint pens like this, you could even do an ombre thing and do like one color on the top and a different color on the bottom and kind of blend them in the middle. I just thought of that while I was doing this. That sounds beautiful. And I didn't do it in any of the prompts this month, but I really like the idea of using alphabets as backgrounds too. So just taking a bunch of letters, sideways, upside down, whatever, right side up, you know, just in all different orientations, and using them just to create like an interesting pattern in the background. So that's something that you might consider as well when you're playing with your alphabets. Okay, nice. I think if this will splatter, will it? Yes, a little bit. Is it? Let's see. There we go. I wanted some splatter in these two. You're not really going to see it much on the black, but let's see. Okay, I'm getting a little bit. I'm making a mess more than I'm getting an interesting splatter, but we're just going to go with it. Okay. Here we go. We'll let that dry. I think you might actually, because it's a sparkle one, you're going to see some sparkle in that black space, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. I love that free there. So then all I'm going to do now is stamp these butterflies and put them on top of the free. And I think I want to do this onto tissue or a napkin. And then, let's see. Okay, I do want to stamp this on vellum and then cut it out this shape for the butterflies. I think that's going to look really cool. So what I need to do first is make sure this is dry. Okay, so I don't wreck my vellum. Okay, and then I'm just going to lay this over the top and draw around it so I know where to cut out, and then I'll cut it out and just let it sit on top. I don't know if it's going to look funky or whatever, but I don't know. It could be pretty. We'll see. I like having the idea. I like the idea of having this still be seen behind it, but you know, just to be kind of subdued, like we were talking about earlier. So let me cut this out. and see what we get. All right. Man, I do love vellum. I mean, it just allows you certain looks that you just can't get any other way. I was thinking, like, do I want to do a napkin or maybe tissue or something? But my first concern, if I'm being honest, was that this is water-based, and I was afraid it was going to run and bleed, and then I wouldn't be able to see the word free as well. So I was trying to, like, not have that happen. Oh, and actually, what if it's offset a little bit? Oh, I like that. Okay, so let's stamp. I already made a mess of this, and that's okay. This is just my journal. I don't care. And this is going to be too big. Oh, should I... let me think about that. I didn't think about that. Hold on, let me stamp it here first. So I'm glad this is happening. This is my process that I go through, and I'm like, oh, that's good, but do I want all the butterfly, or do I care that part of it's cut off? I don't know yet. So let's stamp it, all right? Should I use the purple? I think I should use black. And you got you got black soot, I think, in your set. I think you did. So whatever black you have will be fine. I'm going to put it on my my stamp platform here just to make sure I get good coverage, because I really want this whole thing to be covered. And I have already used this stamp quite a bit because I love it so much. Let's see what we get here. My vellum is already a hot mess, and I don't care. Okay. Archival works on vellum, so that's nice. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Hold on. Okay, so now I have to decide. Let's see. I kind of feel like I need the full butterfly, right? Don't you think? I know you can't answer me. I wish you could. I wish this was our live. I think I want the full butterfly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace around where the diamond is and not intersect where the butterfly is, and then I'm going to cut around like that. And that's going to be super cool, I think. We'll see. We'll see. And then I'll just cut around the butterfly wings otherwise. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I didn't want to lose those wings. They're just so pretty. So now when I come up to that spot, I'm just going to cut around the butterfly in a not so perfect way. And this is going to be really cool. So I'm wondering, you know, do you guys experience this when you're working in your journal? Do you have one idea and like start to go in that direction and then pivot and kind of change things up as you go with what feels right? Or do you just say, nope, this is my plan and I'm going to stick to it? I think these are really good questions to ask yourself and also to share with the group, you know, because other people, we're all different, and some people are going to do it the way I just did it and be like, oh no, this is way better, I'm changing my mind. And then other people are going to be like, nope, this is my plan and I'm just going to go with it. Or this is what I'm, you know, or if you're taking a class and sometimes, you know, you're just like, I need to follow the prompt exactly. Even if I think it would be better for me this other way, you still follow it exactly. And other people are just like, nope, I'm doing my own thing and that's great, but I want it this way. So I'm just curious. Always curious about what other people are doing. So the free is a little bit hidden, but you can still kind of see it behind, and I really like this. So, okay, I love it. Now all we have to do is stick it down. Okay, I love it. You can't really see the sticky strip at all, actually, so it worked out nicely. So that's something I learned just now. And let's see, do I want to do anything else last minute? I kind of want to put some white marks around the edge of that. So, all right, so here is my final page. It's so beautiful. I love how the butterflies are being, you know, the focal point with that free behind it and the repeating diamond. So I cannot wait to see your diamond page. Have a great day.